All right, we've got head coach Angel Elderkin. If she'll give us an opening statement, then we'll take questions.
Really proud of our team. We talked as a staff. We didn't necessarily take the best shots, probably didn't execute our defense as well and our rebounding, but we played really, really hard. And we talk a lot about how our effort can overcome execution, and I thought our kids really battled. I know Coastal's leaving with 26 offensive rebounds, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. They are one of the top rebounding teams in the country, but just really proud of our team for just continuing to find a way to win.
What is it like having a noon tip-off, and does that change your game plan?
Not really. The only thing that it did, you talk about the noon tip-off, and it was also like a Wednesday conference game. So a little bit for us kind of took away a game day practice and prep. We did play at 11 against Davidson. I'm a big fan of the education day. I think it was tough. It's been tough since COVID, and then with the snow. So we've had challenges with that, but it's been very good for us in the past. And I think the group of students that were able to come, I believe, enjoyed it. So I'm just a big fan of trying to keep it an annual thing for our program.
What is it like playing in front of the students? You know, like them maybe for the first time seeing Appalachian play and getting really excited for it.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Like I try to continue to tell our players that they're role models in the community. And so if one of those students left, a fan of one of our players, I think that's the impact that I want it to have. But just the total experience of being able to come to a basketball game, and maybe it was their first, but maybe it won't be their last.
Coach, what was the game plan for Ashia Blunt coming in? She averages close to a double-double on the season, and she's a big part of what Coastal tries to do.
Yeah, we settled in to play her zone. We didn't really want to match up man-to-man. She does a lot left shoulder, right hand, so we really try to take that away. Really try to force her into tough twos, bring a double when we could. I mean, we were able to get her to turn the ball over 5 times, but she still was able to get 20 and 10. She's been a monster. We've been going against her for several years. She's very efficient in the paint, but we just constantly wanted to have her take tough shots. And, she shot 7 for 22, so I'm happy with that. She didn't come in here and go, 10 for 12.
It seemed like there was a great deal of emphasis on moving the ball on offense. Was that something you were preaching before the game, and is that something you always preach about?
Yeah, I mean, we really talk a lot on offense, just playing with pace and space and just ball speed, and so trying to really move the ball to get the best shots. Today we weren't as efficient as I would like, but it's definitely something that we can grow, and when we got to turn around and play this team again, something that we can improve on.
How tough is it preparing for a team that hasn't played in 10 days and not having film, updated stuff like that? So how tough is that for you?
It was interesting. Coastal, they've had the same coach, and she's kind of been running the same stuff. So in terms of prep, I think it wasn't as difficult. Like if we were playing somebody, let's say on the west side, that we didn't play last season, I think that would have been more difficult, but I feel as though our program is very familiar with their personnel and their style of play. Now they did open up the game in a 3-2 zone. That wasn't something that we've seen a ton of. So that was one of the things coming out of COVID. You don't know what tweaks maybe they made, but I think we were pretty prepared for them.
How do you plan to keep Alexia, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, I don't want to butcher it, Alish? Coming in today, she had 5 consecutive double-doubles, this being her 6th. How do you plan to keep her hot?
I think her teammates do a really good job of finding her. Teams are constantly sinking in the paint. We're finding ways to flatten out the D, and she gets loose around the 3. Today they starting in zone. I think it's just confidence. It's really her. I think Lex is a real special player, and I think that if she wants a double-double, she'll get a double-double. She's very talented, and she can not only shoot the 3, but she's efficient around the rim. And I think tonight she took a really big step just on her board play and her defense.
Okay, and the last thing for me, how do you prepare the team for such a long road trip coming up?
I haven't talked to them about it. And, our mantra right now is 1-0. And so I think the best way right now is to not talk about, hey, we got to go 4 games in a row. We just keep going 1-0. Because I think you talk about it, and then you give energy to it, and then they start focusing on it. So if we can continue to just be 1-0, 1-0, it doesn't matter, road, home, 1-0. I think that's best for our group right now.
And sorry, last thing. Coastal is 10-1 at home. How do you prepare to combat that? Because obviously they're a much better home team than road team.
I think honestly we take the film and we focus on us and what we need to do to grow. Again, you say something really, really good, like they're 10-1. So if we put that in our kids' heads, then they start thinking. You know, the team that just showed up here, you know, that's who they're going to be. They're going to rebound the ball. They're going to throw it in the paint. They got a couple really good guards. They're going to be tough. And they brought it on the road, and that's who they're going to be at home. So I think we really focus on us as we prepare.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks.
Coach, you talked about 1-0 mentality, and every coach is going to talk about that. That said, you have won 4 games in a row. You know, you've started out the Sun Belt Conference season really hot. What does it mean for your program to be 4-1 at this point with a chance to continue to win games?
You know, I'm trying not to think about that, because when you look at the standings, you're like 1 loss away from going, you know, 4 to 2, and there's so much parity within the league that's why we've really kind of just adopted this 1-0 mentality. Obviously, I'm really proud of our start, and I think I'm more proud of it because of the changes that we were able to make after that non-conference skid, the way we were able to come back, come together, push that reset button, and play the brand of basketball that we all knew we were capable. It just took time for, you know, all the new players to mesh. So what I don't want, though, is for us to start looking at standings and looking at it, and it distract us from the mission of being 1-0. But I can't say enough about how proud I am of our group, because some of these wins have been really gritty, and they just haven't, they're not easy. Winning in the Sun Belt is really, really hard. And so it's just let's enjoy it, but let's get back to work tomorrow.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.